All right, hey, this is Act 2 of the podcast. We're getting right back into it. If you missed Act 1, go back and listen to that thing. Otherwise, this isn't going to make any sense. Okay, see ya. Bunch of Teslas got destroyed. Well, not destroyed. Look at what these guys did. There's a mall parking lot around here, Woodland Mall, and they had a whole bunch of Teslas, Cybertrucks parked there. And cops say that these two fuckfaces spray painted "Nazis always lose." So these are a couple of guys who have coexist bumper stickers. By the way, Chris, thank you for tipping me off on that joke with the meme of, hey, guys, the coexist bumper sticker people are burning shit again. That's a great joke. These are a couple of coexisters who don't like Musk. I don't like Musk either. I think he's a fucking idiot. I think he's a Nazi. But I don't know if this is the way to handle it. These belong to the dealership. Why is the dealership putting those vehicles in the middle of the Woodland Mall parking lot? You would think that they would make sure that they didn't have to leave them exposed to like these types of assholes. Tyler says, I say again, politics make many people stupid. Man Bun Chris says, because nobody is buying them. Yeah, that's true. I don't know anybody who would want to buy a Tesla for fear of this happening. So as it goes, I think that all of the destruction that has occurred on Tesla vehicles, I think that people who have done that, either firebombed or whatever, or burnt the charging stations or done shit like this, I'm guessing that people are avoiding buying Tesla products right now. Not only because of this, their shit might get destroyed, but they're afraid of what might happen to them by these assholes for driving around these swastikars. Our pal Freebeer has a Tesla. Now, he's not talked about it. Even prior to Musk becoming crazy and doing all this shit, he wasn't talking about the Tesla. And that's very much unlike Greg. He likes to do these brags like that. So I'm a little surprised at that. But now I'm guessing that he's not even driving the fucking Tesla, the swastika, for fear that something bad would happen to him. And I don't blame him, actually, you know. Nick says, I can't wait for the Tesla bait YouTube channel and these people start getting the shit kicked out of them. Cronebone says, I like in the article how they asked someone who has a Tesla, said, yeah, I get a lot of middle fingers. Yeah, that's true. That was the guy we had on earlier. And the interesting thing about it is people who own Teslas are probably people who are liberals, I would guess. I mean, typically people who own Teslas probably have money, right? And not to say that Trump voters don't have money. I mean, there might be a few here or there, but most are fucking poor as shit. But I don't know. I think that money, because they're expensive, and also because, you know, a lot of people who are liberals are actually concerned about global warming and their carbon footprint, even though an electric car is not the way to go. I don't even know if that even helps your environmental footprint, frankly, after what we know now about these things. But it seems to me like they're being destructive and it's hurting people that are probably sympathetic to them.
To a string of attacks on Tesla vehicles, charging stations, and showrooms. In the case of several cars on fire in Las Vegas, the FBI says this could be considered an act of domestic terrorism. These attacks happening across the country, including here in West Michigan. I spoke with one man who says someone wrote a hateful message on his Cybertruck, and the truck caught it all on camera. Tesla owners across the country have
I like how she throws it to herself.
been complaining about their cars being vandalized.
I have while actually just looking at this Tesla truck right now, I've never gotten used to this design. It seems so ridiculous to me.
Recently, including the Grand Rapids owner of this Cybertruck, who asked that we not show his face or use his name.
We're out with my friends having dinner and drinks.
Yeah, there's no way that guy is MAGA. First of all, he's slender. If he was MAGA, he'd be disgusting.
And come out to the vehicle with the message on the window.
With growing controversy.
I wonder if I'll get any texts from any of you MAGA idiots because I said that comment right there. Are you going to send? Is anybody going to send me a text or an email or anything crying about that?
See over Elon Musk and his ties to the White House, Tesla vehicles and entire showrooms being targeted.
There was people around the truck and taking photos and a lot of people laughing. It was very disappointing and frustrating.
What was supposed to be a fun night out changed after finding a hateful message written on his passenger side window, including the word Nazi and another four-letter word. The person who did it probably didn't know there are cameras all over this car.
The friends that I was with were embarrassed about it.
The Tesla owner says he ordered the Cybertruck 4 years ago, well before the presidential election.
Mm-hmm. It's closer to $100,000. I think he has the potential to give us a glimpse of the future.
But he probably never saw this coming.
Daily, I do get a lot of middle fingers. It does not bother me as much when I'm by myself, but when we have kids inside the car, is kind of disappointing a little bit and
well,
sad.
That's when you just make up a story. Just tell them that, yeah, they're just waving. That's just the way we wave here. He did not
share his political views and says it really shouldn't matter.
Everyone works hard for what they have, and regardless of their political views, we should respect that. I'm not going to let people tell me what I should buy or not buy.
This morning, the FBI launching an investigation into a...
Wow. So it continues. And then the idea that they just left those out in that parking lot, that's a little weird. Groups have been congregating outside of the local Tesla dealership. Alan says, didn't you play this story already? Yeah, I did. But I wanted to play it again just because of it furthers my story. But thanks. If you haven't noticed, I'm extremely annoyed today. I don't even know how I'm going to be able to get this show done. It's probably going to be the best show ever because of it. But yes, I absolutely did play it. But that's okay. It's going to be all right. You're going to be okay. David says, the MAGA listeners have thick skin. This is true. Molly says, how the hell is this domestic terrorism? But when someone who goes to shoot up a school is a terrorist, I would say, yeah, that they are. You mean they're not? Or this is what you're really focusing on is January 6th. The reason why people are getting charged with domestic terrorism for this and the Jan 6ers are being set free, and it's not domestic terrorism, is because of who's in the White House. So you know the answer to that. That's what it is. It's because of who's in charge. That is the only thing it has to do with. Remember, he got in office and immediately started handing out pardons, except for Tiger King. He kept him in there still. Nick says, if that's terrorism, then January 6th was an act of war, LOL. Well, I mean, when you have Musk helping with with Doge, running Doge right now, this is what you're going to get. Which, by the way, I think that's coming to an end. From what I'm understanding, the appointed position of running Doge is only supposed to last like 130 some days. That actually is going to end. And there's even been talk about this, about Trump indicating, I think in some discussions, that something may happen down the road where he's reined in a little bit. I was barely following the story, but I don't think his job is to do what he's doing right now, and that is to cut the fat and piss everyone off, And it's awful, but this is what they set out to do. In a lot of ways, though, I do like that government waste is on the chopping block. Now, I don't know shit about anything about it, but if they are cutting that dollars and cents, I sure would like to see some of that. Corey says MAGA followers are some of the most easily offended people on the planet. This is true. They love talking about free speech, but the second they say anything negative about them, they throw a hissy fit. Well, maybe so, but not on this show. So let's focus here. I have been talking shit about these losers who have voted for Trump directly by name for months, and not a one of them has balked at what I do. In fact, they love it. So you might be able to make a case for that, not in this little universe, but I'm not putting up with that shit. All right? So what you're saying there is the square, and we are the round hole. Chris says $34 trillion in the red. There is no surplus. Well, yeah, maybe, but does that mean we keep spending? Corey says the MAGA listeners on this show represent a very small minority. Again, that's what I'm concerning myself with. I'm talking one thing. You are talking something entirely different. So shut up and go do your own goddamn podcast. Nick says, insults make my day better. Oh, yeah, without a doubt. It was a Newport Wednesday for EZ and Nick. And, oh, God, it's a bummer because it's daylight before the hockey games now. And I'm like, God damn it, I don't want anybody seeing me. Ugh. Fucking terrible. High anxiety moments, to be sure. All right, I have yet to kick the audience out on Facebook, so I'm going to do that now. We have a Big Fraud Thursday planned, and this is going to be fan-fucking-tastic. Oh, my God. I have not one, but two examples of Steve busting our pal Freebeer's balls over brain tumor talk. All right? And they are absolutely spectacular. I cannot wait to share those with you. Not to mention Maitland going hard in the paint about what it's like to put her makeup on while wearing a bathrobe. I am not kidding you. I have 4 very involved clips of Maitland in her around the room telling everybody how she really enjoys to put on her makeup while she is wearing a bathrobe. It makes her feel like she is fancy. Holy fucking shit. What the fuck is going on in the world? That's what that show talks about on a regular basis. There was a moment in yesterday's show, and I might pull it, but I might not. I might save it for next week's Who Are These Free Beers? Because Greg, I think he took a shot at me. But it's, again, one of these really, I almost am embarrassed to bring it up because I'm like, I'm not sure. I think he's talking about me, but I'm not quite sure. And I don't want to be the guy that it seems like I'm always like, yeah, boy, everything they say, they're talking about me. I don't want to be that guy. So I think he's pretty clever about it because it confuses me. I don't ever claim to be the smartest person, but I can't figure out what else he would be doing. But I'm pretty sure he took a shot at me yesterday. If any of you caught it and maybe forgot to mention it, by all means, leave it in the chat. Molly says, just assume it's about you and play it and see what happens. That's a great idea. Maybe I'll have that for today because I have like 21, 22 clips to play, and Ben usually has about the same amount. Chris says Monotone Steve seems to be the only one that doesn't hesitate to bust his balls. Jeremy says it's bad when Tumnus is the only one calling out free beer. Aram says, how does he not get addicted to smoking? Well, I am, but only, well, I guess I am not. I mean, I'll just puff like here and there, probably have like maybe in 365 days, 20 cigarettes. That's not a lot. That's definitely not addicted, right? I wonder if you were to, because they always say even a small amount is bad for you. And I might be like, what about this amount, though? I mean, isn't this okay? I don't know. Starman 314 is here. He says, I'd buy everyone a drink. Politics aside, you are all great, except for that one asshole. I don't know what you mean. Nick says, how much did you drink every day back in the day before you shut it down? I didn't drink every day. But when I would drink, I would get so intoxicated that it just led to all sorts of headaches and problems. I was not desperately bad. I was young. I was only 25 years old. It didn't take a lot to get me intoxicated because I drank them quite rapidly. I consumed them fast. So in half an hour, I'd have 4 whole beers. Not even. Man Bun Chris says, I was a minimum of 6 packs a day. I felt so gross. Hold on, I got to do some easy math here. Let's see. 20 times 6. So that's 120. And let's just say, okay, you're awake for 16 hours a day. I'm giving you 8 hours of sleep. That is 6,960 minutes divided by 120 darts. I think I'm fucking that up somehow. According to this, you smoke 58 cigarettes a minute. That is not true. Maybe, wait a minute, 16 hours times 60 minutes. 16 times 60, right? Yeah, that is 960 minutes divided by 120. Wow, that can't be right. 8 cigarettes a minute? No, come on. You did not have 6 packs a day, you asshole. Oh, fuck. Now he writes, no, I never smoked a bit. LOL, got to be able to run. You dick. I was over here doing math. I didn't even see your comment, you fucking asshole. 8 cigarettes a minute. All right, I hope you're fun. I hope you're happy and fun. Oh, no. Nick said that would have been 1 cigarette every 8 minutes. Like the one kid in Africa at that rate. I don't think he was in Africa. I think he was in Malaysia or Thailand or something like that. All right, I'm completely off the reservation here. The ADHD is at an all-time high. What happened there is my system got flooded with serotonin. When I go berserker like that Red Hulk type of madness, when I get pissed off, the last hour and 20 minutes, that's what you get. You will get that type of show. And I don't know if it's good and I don't know if it's bad. All I know is I was pretty fucking pissed. And I think I could possibly even talk myself into getting more pissed again because of we keep having to go back to that same discussion with Bleeding Heart Brian. And this is the line in the sand. This is it. I don't necessarily hate it when I can flood the system with serotonin and do a show like this, but then I start to feel bad after, and I don't want to feel bad after. Okay? Just know that I keep it fucking fair and square. Everybody gets beat up. That is the lifeblood of this show. I am not here to be all sweet and kind and congenial and sensitive and worried about what I fucking say. Go find some other show or do your own. All right. Just to review. Poor Phil. This is his first time really enjoying the show. I don't know. Maybe he's listened before. I don't know. I hope I'm not embarrassing myself, big guy. I do want to welcome back Berlin Raceway. Talk about some sponsors here. That'll help me get in a better mood. Racing starts April 26th. The event is called the Icebreaker. Now, to start the season, because it's cold, you can get tickets for a lower price during the month of April. Now, if you get them at the gate, all right, they are $18. If you buy them in advance, they're $14. If you buy them in advance, you can even buy them in advance, like while you're in the parking lot. Now, from what I'm understanding, yeah, you just go to berlinraceway.com and buy your tickets. April 26th, the first race of the year at Berlin Raceway. I will be at the races several times during the year, cheering on my driver, Adam Kasari. Adam drives in the limited late model series, and my logo is on the top of his vehicle. I talk about him as a realtor. He puts my logo on his car. I got a couple bits of information about Adam. First of all, it's important to know that if you are buying or selling your home, please talk to Adam Kasari and mention that you heard about him from me. 616-914-4061. That's 616-914-4061. If you're buying or selling a home in West Michigan, that's who I want you to call. Adam is partnered with Kids Food Basket. That's one of his logos that is on his vehicle. It's a great group to be involved with. And in fact, on this show, we have been there to make those sack lunches. And I want to do that again. And so I'm piggybacking with Adam Kasari. Adam is going to be at Kids Food Basket, and you can sign up with me. I will be there doing my thing, taking a shift and volunteering. And we can all do this together. I know that we've done it in the past, so I want to do it together. I'm going to put this into a bit shortener, a link shortener, because it's an extremely long link, and I don't want to post it. But we're going to be there from 6 p.m. on April 14th to 7:30. So 90 minutes of your time, and we'll be having a great time. I think I need like 14 people. So what you need to do is click on that link right there that I just posted in the chat, and then I will include it in the show notes of this show. And sign up for the 6 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. shift, and then we will all be together on April 14th at Kids Food Basket with Adam. And I know that some of the audience members, some of our lady audience members, they're just in love with Adam. And this is great. You can meet Adam, and you can help the kids out for Kids Food Basket. Man Bun Chris says, sounds fun. If I don't have soccer, I'm down to clown. Awesome. There you go. All right. Okay, so I mentioned Adam. Mentioned the Kids Food Basket, his race car. If you need health insurance from the marketplace, call upon Frank Fuss. Go to buyinsurancehere.com. That is buyinsurancehere.com, and he can help get you started. Doesn't matter where you are in the U.S. People who take advantage of healthcare.com or I should say org. Is it .com? Healthcare.com? It is healthcare.com. Or Obamacare. You know that that's a difficult process. You're the type of person who is either self-employed, the boss does not offer insurance, or perhaps you're in between jobs. You still need health care. No matter where you are in the U.S., call upon Frank, and he will help you get the health care that you need through a healthcare.gov policy. I've said it like 5 different times. Which one is it? I've got it into my own brain. I think it's gov. Healthcare.gov. No, it's com. You asshole. I think I just signed up for something I shouldn't have. Either that or Trump shut it down. I misspelled it. Health. Yes, it's gov. I just had to know that for myself. All right. On the Patreon, we talked a little bit about this college kid in, I forget where it is, Mississippi? South Carolina? 18-year-old college kid. And a rumor started that she slept with her boyfriend's dad. Her name is Mary Kate Cornett. This story got on my radar because she's threatening a lawsuit on Disney, ESPN, and Pat McAfee because Pat McAfee ran with this story. And so she's all pissed off about that. Now, this isn't anybody. She's just an 18-year-old student. She's not like a influencer. She doesn't have a TV show. She's not dating anybody famous. She's just a first-year student at the school. And then this rumor caught fire, and I don't know why it caught fire. That's what we talked about on Patreon. The only thing incredible about this story is how this happened. And I think maybe it might have something to do. I mean, she's a really attractive young person. It might be the salacious nature of the rumor because she's young, 18-year-old, and that's an old man. And I don't know. It just seems really fucked up to me. And one of the NBC News reporters has now done a story about it. So I haven't watched this yet. This is brand. I mean, I read about it, but I haven't seen or heard from this chick. So let's see if maybe this can shine more of a light on it.
Having the entire internet, half of the country hating you and calling you disgusting things, telling you to kill yourself, telling you that you're a horrible person, that you deserve to die, that's a really hard thing for a girl to go through.
In her first TV interview, Ole Miss freshman Mary Kate Cornett told me how she became famous on the internet and social media in the worst possible way. In February, an online rumor went viral, claiming an Ole Miss sorority sister slept with her boyfriend's father. Then, someone attached Cornett's name and photo to it.
Do you know why the rumor started?
No clue. No clue. I had zero knowledge of this.
This disgusting rumor was a top trending topic on Twitter?
Within 2.5 hours. Later that night, around 7 p.m., I was #1 trending in the United States.
Cornett's phone number was also shared online. She was overwhelmed with harassing texts and voicemails.
I was having thousands of calls come through, thousands of texts coming through, calling me a whore, calling me a slut, telling me I deserve to die.
All because of an internet rumor?
All because of an internet rumor that has zero truth to it. Zero.
Cornett says she could barely leave her dorm room, had to switch to online classes. Someone even sent police to her mother's house in a fake 911 call.
Fuck.
Some Ole Miss frat bro.
Yep.
Okay, this is the McAfee thing. Oh no.
Okay. Had a KD girlfriend.
Soon, the rumor was picked up by ESPN host Pat McAfee, though he didn't use her name.
This is what is being reported by everybody on the internet. Dad had sex with son's girlfriend.
I'm not a public figure that you can go talk about on your show to get more views.
Cornett says she hit rock bottom when she realized her name would forever be linked to the rumor spread online.
I don't think that these boys realize what they're doing to people. It's awful. It's awful. And having your life ruined by people who have no idea who you are.
It sounds like Bleeding Heart Brian.
Is the worst feeling in the world. It makes you feel so alone.
Cornett now
Bleeding Heart Brian says that exact thing when I make fun of Biden.
wants justice. Her lawyer says she's been defamed and is a victim of cyberbullying.
The rumor is false. People promoted it without looking into it. You can't lie for money.
Cornett says no one has apologized. ESPN and Pat McAfee declined NBC News' request for comment. For now, she says she's leaning on her friends and family, including her father.
I just wonder why. Why my daughter? She wasn't looking for any of this. She never asked for any attention. She's just trying to be a freshman in college.
Instead, she's been tested like never before.
This has affected me in such an awful way and has practically ruined my life.
Tom Yamas, NBC News.
I don't think it's going to ruin your life. It sucks. It sucks right now. There's no question. But I think being on TV actually will help. You know, people are starting to get the message that this actually did not even happen. You know, that there's no truth to this at all. Cole writes, maybe she should lean on the guy's dad that she banged. You asshole. You guys are being terrible. Bob wrote, fake cry is almost as bad as free beers. Idiot Cole says the same thing. Tyler with McAfee's line of, it's being reported by everyone on the internet, so obviously it's true. I don't think he said, so obviously it's true, but that's what he thinks. Yoda World says, yeah, don't sympathy cry, actually turning me against her. Cole says she's so upset that she goes on the news and draws more attention to a story that most people would never have seen. Corey says she's going to use this as advertisement for her OnlyFans. Oh, my God. I am shocked at you assholes and this approach that you are making. Pat says, or Chris says you have to stand up and clap if you're trying to be Pat McAfee. David says someone has it out for her. That is messed up. Jeremy is taking a shot at her forehead. David says how she's a straight up nobody. How did that rumor start? Don't know. But that's ugly. But now, in the end, I think that this is going to result in a lawsuit and then a settlement. You know, that's how this is going to work. So I actually feel pretty bad for her. I think that's rough. My God. But I think for her to say, yeah, my life is ruined. I don't think it's ruined. It'll be fine. You'll be okay. Kuipers is here. He says it's all set up by the Illuminati. I'm not sure what you mean. Kuipers is one of my MAGA blood brothers, whom I love. You know, I cannot live without the love of my MAGA blood brothers. I am bringing acceptance to MAGA scum back. All right? I am making politics great again. MAGA. With my, I don't care how retarded you are. I love you. All right? Even though you MAGA losers won this one, and you are running the country, and in some cases running it into the ground, I love you. And don't you ever lose sight of that. You may have won this round, you MAGA scum. But at the end of the day, I want nothing but the best for you. Okay? You are special people. And I truly mean that. We have a big announcement on the show. Paintball War number 24, the Ice Wars, takes place June 1st. That's a Sunday at 4 p.m. We have an army of Mexicans and a few Hondurans that are making up one side. And then the rest of us are going to dress as ICE agents. And we're going to have an amazing paintball war. So if you are a white person, you will be Team ICE or a black guy. So any of the whites or any of the blacks that are in the audience, we're going to get together for the Sunday, June 1, 4 p.m., Paintball War number 24, the Ice Wars. All right. Free BC pizza party beforehand. You'll pay $35. You get the gun, you get the paint, you get the mask. It's been way too long since we've played paintball. Tell your friends, gather up your friend circle. I want this to be the biggest and best that we've ever had. So let's start talking about it now. You've got less than 2 months to get there. Kuipers, I'm counting on you. Tarantula Farmer, I'm looking at you and your kids, who are probably all bigger than me now. I'm going to try to get Throat/Dale there. Jeremy says, you had me until pizza party. I have zero self-control for pizza. Why don't you just bring your own food? or eat great all week and have a couple slices of pizza as a reward. Have you thought about that? This will be an opportunity for you to test moving around playing paintball minus 100 pounds, because you'll be very close to being minus 100 pounds at that point. I still love saying that. We have a weigh-in coming Monday. We'll be playing outdoors. We'll be playing indoors, whatever it is. If the weather's great, we'll be playing outdoors. I'm sure it'll be fine. June 1st. Okay. Let us move on. Talk Cybertrucks. Talked April Fool's Day on the old people. It's rude. Talked about Trump, Biden. Talked about Bleeding Heart Brian being a fucking idiot. Jim Banks is a Republican senator. And he doesn't care about the government workers that are getting fired. You know, it's not his job, really. But one of the people that got fired from the Health and Human Services Department, they fired 10,000 people. And one of those 10,000 people approached Senator Banks in the halls of Congress to give him a piece of his mind. And this is what the guy said to this dude.
Republican Senator Jim Banks is going viral for an exchange caught on camera with a former Health and Human Services employee.
I was fired illegally.
You probably deserved it.
He said you probably deserved it.
Deserved it?
You probably deserved it.
I deserved it.
Dude,
wow.
Sad.
Yeah, that's great to hear. Why did I deserve it?
Because you seem like a clown.
Oh, my God. Because you seem like a clown. So he's basing it on the fact that he's calling him out. You know, he wants to get this shit on camera. I can't argue with him. I mean, in the times that I got fired from radio, I didn't go marching back in and say, hey, you fired me. What do you think of that? Yeah, you deserved it.
Illegally.
You probably deserved it.
I deserved it?
You probably deserved it.
I deserved it.
I agree.
Yeah, that's great to hear. Why did I deserve it?
Because you seem like a clown.
Yeah, anybody who's going to do what this guy tried to do, he tried to get this senator in a gotcha moment. And he said, well, yeah, you seem like a clown. I don't have a problem with any of that.
The former federal worker reportedly helped
I love how the doors were closing right when he said it. You seem like a clown.
support elderly Americans and people with disabilities. Senator Banks has since doubled down on his statements and said he supports DOJ's cuts.
All right. Well, I understand about the cuts, and I understand that people aren't happy with them, but there's nothing you can do about it. I mean, that's just the way it is. Their football, their sandbox, and, well, you don't play football in the sandbox. I guess you could. I guess it would be their football, their field. But he is now saying he's not apologizing after this video. He is from Indiana, by the way. After this, it's garnered hundreds of thousands of views on Instagram. Cole says, was he hoping that the guy was going to give him his job back? Tyler says, Jim Banks, 2028. Jeremy says, at least he said it to the guy's face. Nick says, yeah, all the interviews of fired workers I see, they all seem like the whiniest, worst workers anyway. Yeah, you got fired. Pick up the pieces and go get another fucking job, you big pussy. Jesus Christ. Yeah, you make it seem like that's like what happens to people from time to time. If everybody just sat around and cried after they got fired, nothing would get done. You've got skills. Go get another fucking job. It'll suck for a little bit, but you'll be fine. Jesus Christ. Some conservatives praised Banks for brutal honesty, and others questioned the senator's remarks as thousands of federal workers face mass layoffs under the Trump administration. Let's see. In addition to saying he would not back down, Banks said that the Democrats, well, maybe I think this is like him actually saying it. I think I'll just let him say it in this clip.
The Democrats and the left-wing media have lost their minds because I told a left-wing activist in the halls of the Senate office buildings yesterday what I really thought. A clown is a clown who's chasing senators through the halls with a cell phone, complaining about losing a left-wing woke job in the federal government that should have never been a job to begin with. I won't back down. I won't apologize for it. I support President Trump and the Doge effort 100% to cut wasteful spending and woke jobs out of the federal government, and we're just getting started.
I still hate that that term has been ruined. I don't think that that term was supposed to be such a maligned term. That wasn't supposed to work out that way, but it kind of has. Yeah, that woke was something that you wanted to be. You wanted to be woke because you cared about people. But that's been destroyed by you MAGA assholes. It has a different meaning now. And you guys do this shit. You know, you sit there with your Trump shirts and you do this. You ruin this game, the okay game. When I would then show this this okay sign with my thumb and an index finger together below my waist and try to get Sam from the fucking basketball team to look at it. And now I can't do that because you dumb fucks have made that a racist thing. It means white supremacy now. I guess. That's what everybody thinks, at least. It's your fucking fault. No, if anybody is going to have a camera going around trying to bust senators walking through halls of Congress like that, yeah, he probably is a fucking piece of shit. Fuck that guy. You lost your job. You lost your job. Tough shit. Go get a new one. Quit wasting time stalking senators and go do something constructive with your time and your skills, you asshole. All right. Tyler says, not everyone has a Mike Pellerito to advocate for them. Sometimes you've got to ambush someone while recording them. Nick says, I had to go do construction for 1.5 years due to our governor's incompetence. That's just the way it goes. So basically, something bad happened to Nick because of the governor? I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Aren't you an electrician? What do you mean? The governor did something to you? Cole says, was he hoping the guy was going to give him his job back? No, he was just looking for something to post, to bitch about. That's all it was. Nick says the COVID shutdown. Oh, well, that was important, though, you moron. Nick's one of those idiots who thinks, like, the pandemic didn't happen or some shit like that. Yeah, I hope my dead mom farts in your mouth, you dumb dick. God, Nick killed my mom. It's because of Nick that my mom died. Thanks, Nick, asshole. All right. I don't know what's going on here, but I'm fairly certain that what I'm about to show you is this woman's real face. And she's shooting a piece of content for the internet of her sitting in her car. And she calls on Elon Musk to come face to face with her. And I see she knows that she looks like something that is not of this earth and is leaning into it. So this is the still image. Pretty sure that's her real face. Her teeth look perfect. I think maybe she might have fake teeth in there. Come on, please tell me this is some type of hoax. It looks like one of the former Zaniacs. I think that's Man Bun Chris's joke, too, because he's the one who sent this to me. I think it is. The former Zaniacs look to be leftist now.
Dear Elon, I doubt you'd want to come face to face with me, boy. You're your boyfriend, no doubt. Lies. Oh, and I'd see right through them, and you know I would. Would it be a dream come true if you met me in person? Would it?
Okay, she's spectacular. This is, well, first of all, it's nightmare fuel. And I think that is this woman's real face. And she knows she looks like a bag of fuck. She's got a big personality. The accent, that's a hard living line accent. But she's sure with what she's saying. She seems like a character.
Dear Elon, I doubt you'd want to come face to face with me, boy. You're your boyfriend, no doubt. Lies. Oh, and I'd see right through them, and you know I would. Would it be a dream come true if you met me in person? Would it?
Wow. Yeah, this woman needs a show. She needs millions of dollars. I love her. I think she's great. I would actually have sex with her. Nick describes it as it's like the Joker mixed with Rocky Dennis from the film Mask. Oh, my God. Backing up, Nick in Houston. God, he had something and I just lost it. Quote, I hope my dead mom farts in your mouth. You only get gems like this on the EZ show. Cronebone says she's terrifying. Hey, you got to hire her for the basketball game. That's another idea. One of the 26 home games we have next year, we could have that ugly bitch there signing autographs. Maybe we could get Carlos to fuck her in the ass. Can you imagine if we made an OnlyFans page for Carlos to fuck that bitch in the ass? Holy shit, that'd be great, Phil. Corey says she looks legitimately like this. I think she does. I don't think that's kidding. Wow, that is impressive. What a fucking face on that woman. Bill Burr refuses the media bait. Boy, do I want to get into this now. I think it's going to take some time. I really do. You know, I've been kind of going pretty good here, and I don't have a ton of time left. On the Patreon today, I've got another moment for Bill Burr, who I think is it's a little weird. Fuck it, I'll just do it now. I don't want to steal any of my own thunder, you know. Bill Burr, it says here, Bill Burr refuses the media bait. You journalists need to get your balls back. He was at some type of event where, almost like a red carpet event. And they had listened to his podcast and said, hey, wanted to talk to you about when you said this and that, and this is how that went.
Tell us about your reaction to Luigi Mangione. I was reading up, that perhaps you've been supportive of what he did. What is your take on that?
She said, I was reading up that you supported Luigi Mangione and what he did. What do you think about that, or something like that?
What is your take on that?
If you were reading up, I don't think you read up on it. Because I said what I felt about it, and I said what a lot of people said.
Some people took it that way. So could you clarify what you think?
No, I'm not going to just have some controversial moments so you can get clicks. I'm not doing that. I'm here for Conan. I'm not doing all of this. What are you going to bring up next? The Middle East? I went to summer school 3 out of 4 years in high school. I'm not qualified to talk about this.
I was just going to bring it down.
What do you think about global warming?
You said about Elon that he was ruining Earth, I saw on The View. You're critical of him. What do you think of all the boycotts, like even the violence
I don't watch the news. I don't watch the news.
I wish he would just say it. What's the big deal about saying it? I mean, they're just asking him to say what he already said once. Wouldn't that be a good idea? If you said it, I mean, if you're willing to say it on the podcast, and they say, "Hey, say again what you already said," just say it. Who cares? Don't be a pussy about it. You're never not going to piss somebody off. You cannot be afraid about what you say or what you have said. Now, if any of those people there were Bleeding Heart Brian, and it wouldn't work because none of those people really know Bill like I know Bleeding Heart Brian. But if Bleeding Heart Brian were friends with Bill Burr and started to do it there, then you could just punch him in the fucking face. But at the end of the day, if you're gonna say it once, just say it again. Who cares?
People took it that way. So could you clarify what you think?
No, I'm not going to just...
Bill's kind of weak to me. He's just a little bit kind of he's willing to say shit on the show in one breath, and then if somebody says, "Hey, talk about this," and no, I'm not going to do it.
Have some controversial moments so you can get clicks. I'm not doing that.
Why are you even here? Why are you even talking to anybody?
For Conan. I'm not doing all of this. What are you going to bring up next? The Middle East? I went to summer school 3 out of 4 years in high school. I'm not qualified to talk about this.
I was just going to bring it down.
What do you think about global warming?
He's absolutely qualified to talk about this. All you got to do is have a brain and an opinion. What's wrong with that? Just say it, you fucking idiot.
You said about Elon that he was ruining Earth, I saw on The View. You're critical of him. What do you think of all the boycotts, like even the violence
I don't watch the news. I don't watch the news.
What a cop-out. What a bitch.
No idea what's going on. I watch Instagram. I watch people wipe out on motorcycles. I watch lions and hyenas fight each other. This is the things that I do. And I don't think you should be asking a comedian. You're a journalist.
That is so weak. Yeah, I'm stupid. I'm a comic, so I don't know anything. I don't have any idea what's going on. I'm just pleading dumb. I just say jokes. I don't know things. Asshole.
You're on top of current events.
No. That's weak.
You're weak. You're a pussy.
You guys passing the buck. You guys need to have balls again, which you don't. You guys always goes, should we be thinking this? Duh. You guys present stuff like that. You guys used to have balls. You need to get your balls back. And it's not my job. I am a dancing clown.
No. That's bullshit. They do have balls. They're asking you, and you're being a bitch. Come on, man. Corey says, to be fair, he's right. There's a lot of people sharing their opinion that shouldn't be. Why? What's wrong with people sharing? Tell me more about how some people should share their opinions, but others should not share their opinions. Yeah. I've never bought that. I've never bought that at all. Corey says, because they're retarded and uneducated. No, I want more people sharing their opinions that fit that description. Jeremy says, I'm not qualified to talk about this, yet he talks about it constantly on his podcast and in his stand-up. He's qualified. David says his answer is getting views anyway. Say it already. Corey says he's kind of right. They're just trying to get a gotcha moment. Those don't exist when you double down. There's no gotcha if you just play it cool. Just say what you already said. All right. We will get to the asshole of the day in mere moments. First of all, if you want to hire me on Cameo, cameo.com/Eric Zane, there is no better person on Cameo than me. $20. Go to cameo.com/Eric Zane. I can break the news to somebody. I can offer congratulations. I can offer a word of encouragement. I can wish somebody happy birthday. I can wish somebody happy divorce, whatever it is. Anything at all. Workplace accomplishment. Maybe you have someone who graduated college. I can make them as NC-17 or rated G as you'd like. I can include the pooches in them if that's what you want to do. Even the cats. I have T-shirts for sale. They're at ericzaneshow.com. If you want to advertise on the show, I have thousands of listeners each and every week who would love to hear about what it is you're peddling. So drop me a line on the Shoreliner striping inbox, eric@ericzaneshow.com. Patreon today. We have the bonus podcast later on today, and then this evening, it's Big Fraud Thursday featuring Who Are These Free Beers? And, of course, the Ben and Eric Patreon podcast. You can sign up for 7 days free. What are you waiting for? Catch today's show live as it happens at patreon.com/Eric Zane and a 7-day free trial there. If you need a mortgage, buy now, refinance later. From anywhere in the U.S., reach out to the Mario Flores Lakeshore team of Van Dyke Mortgage. 231-332-6505. 231-332-6505. That's exactly how you do it. Buy the house now. You'll refinance later when the interest rate drops. 231-332-6505. Mario can help you no matter where you are in the U.S. Same goes for Tag Accounting. 12 days and counting till the tax deadline. You can reach out to Tag Accounting at 616-301-9516 and get started on getting your taxes done ASAP. None of this do it on your own. None of this TurboTax bullshit. Take the stress out of this and have it done right. The asshole of the day today. Folks are saying it's a toss-up, close call between Bill Burr and Bleeding Heart Brian. Oh, no, it's not. It's not a toss-up at all. It's Bleeding Heart Brian without a doubt. And this is the final asshole of the day award for Bleeding Heart Brian. You are officially and absolutely warned. It's like Joe Pesci to Robert De Niro, that scene in the desert during Casino. Don't you ever go over my head, you're fucking warned. And then he peels out in that old school Monte Carlo. There you go. Congratulations. You are the asshole of the day. Cole says the asshole of the day is a girl who slept with the guy's dad. That horse shit. The fuck is wrong with you? All right, there you go, folks. That's it. That's my time. That's 2 hours in the books. And I'll talk to you a little later on. Thanks for being here. Till next time. Bye-bye.